Hey everyone, Camden here with the Ranking Ball preview show for March 15th, 2019. Happy Friday. Last night there were a lot of exciting games, so let's get into it. Here are your standings after last night's games. Toronto has officially clinched a playoff spot for this year's playoffs. Here last night's scores. All home teams were able to win their games last night. The Pacers beat the Thunder, Magic over the Cavs, Celtics over the Kings, Raptors over the Lakers, Jazz over the Wolves, and an exciting finish of a game where the Nuggets beat the Mavs. Here are tonight's matchups. We have the Lakers at Pistons, Kings at 76ers, Hornets at Wizards, Bucks at Heat, Suns at Rockets, Blazers at Pelicans, Knicks at Spurs, and Bulls at Clippers. I wonder if recently, kind of reports saying that the Lakers might sit LeBron James in back-to-back games. So I wonder if we will see LeBron James playing tomorrow night against the Pistons. Here is your sports news in the NBA. There has been some juicy gossip coming out of Bleacher Report saying that Lakers owner Jeannie Buss has actually did consider trading LeBron James after the whole Anthony Davis fiasco. LeBron James does have has a no trade clause within his contract, but everyone is speculating if LeBron James going to Lakers was actually a good thing for him. A lot of it was kind of in his move for LeBron James to get closer to Hollywood and to do a lot, to pursue his career after the NBA. But maybe there could be some negotiations for LeBron James to go to another team if he agrees to it. We will have to see in the future. A lot of things going on in the NFL, especially with trades. Veteran wide receiver Jordy Nelson has been released by the Raiders after giving him a $3.6 million roster bonus last December. So there were a lot of the Raiders were saying that they were going to keep Jordy Nelson on the team, but as of today, they released him because on Sunday they would have had to give him extra money if he was making him a member of the team. Giants have signed free agent wide receiver Golden Tate to a 4-year, $37.5 million contract with $23 million guaranteed. Last year, he had 74 receptions for 795 yards with 4 touchdowns. They're looking to replace Odell Beckham Jr., who they just traded to the Browns. And some interesting news in esports. Snoop Dogg is starting his own esports league called the Gangster Gaming League. The first game they're going to hold is a Madden tournament with an $11,000 prize pool. Today's featured match is the Bucks at the Heat. That is at 8 p.m. Eastern. For injuries, Bucks, we have Sterling Brown, Trevin Duval, and George Hill. Those are all day-to-day injuries. And Dwayne Wade is also questionable in tonight's game. Reported that he injured his elbow against the Pistons in the last game. So look for reports whether Dwayne Wade will be playing tonight or not. Here are your previous game starters. None of the injuries affect any of the starting lineups, so you can expect the possible starters to be exactly the same. Here are your FP ratings for the Bucks and the Heat through this season. In the top 3, yeah, Antetokounmpo, Bledsoe, Middleton, and for the top Whiteside, Richardson, and Winslow. Some things that you should take in consideration is that Hassan Whiteside has taken a lesser role within the team. He's not starting anymore. He is coming off the bench, so they're slowly working him in. Even though we all know that Hassan Whiteside doesn't really like playing off the bench. He's going to be there for a while. So, but he is doing productive. He's doing really well off the bench. But we all know that he would rather be a starter. Other players who are doing pretty well. Rodney McGruder is playing very well. Deion Waiters is playing a little bit better, especially since starting. And Brook Lopez for the Bucks has doing very well the past 3 games. He's right behind Antetokounmpo. Here is my winning 16 by fantasy points by 48. So we have in your top 8 Antetokounmpo, Bledsoe, Middleton, Whiteside, Richardson, Brogdon, Winslow, Lopez. Like I said, it mentioned earlier, is that Whiteside is going down a couple steps down here. Wade might not be playing tonight, so you might need to switch him out. I'll let you know who you should switch him out for later. Other players who are stepping up to the plate, we have Bam, who's coming up here, and Dragic. So Kelly Olynyk is starting. He hasn't been scoring so many points, so he's still pretty good down in this sector down here. Here are your stats going into tonight's game. Here are your season averages for the season, your advanced stats. Of course, the Bucks have way, they already clinched a spot. They're the number one team within the NBA right now with 51 wins. With offensive rating meaning that they're scoring, averaging 113 for the season. Heater 107 defensive rating is, so Bucks have one of the highest defensive ratings as well. So the Heat like to keep games pretty close, down to 108. So the Heat are very defensive minded going into this game, and so they will be tested tonight, especially with this core new group of starters, seeing how they will do against a very explosive Bucks team. In the last 5 games, you can see that the Bucks are scoring above their offensive rating. They're scoring 119 points per game in the last 5 games. Heat are staying within their average, both shooting same number of field goals made. Bucks are attempting a little bit more and attempting more 3 points. But as we going into this, that the Heat are more defensive minded, so they will probably slow down the Bucks going into tonight. Here is my draft board where I like to show you my board going into tonight. First thing, Whiteside's roles changed for the Heat coming off the bench, so he's going to be taking a spot in the more kind of important area, but not on my main line. Let's see. If Wayne does not play tonight, I think you should put in Pat Cunnington. He's been playing pretty well the past 3 games, so if Wade is not going in there, I would switch Dwayne Wade. I wouldn't put him in here. Maybe I would put Magruder here, and then maybe Pat in this spot right here. What I went with today is I went with a 7-9 lineup, meaning I was 7 away players, 9 home players. Reason I did this is because the Bucks don't share the fantasy points as much as the Heat do. So Heat will spread the fantasy points a lot, and you can expect more fantasy points coming from the Heat spread throughout the team, whereas maybe just 3 players like Antetokounmpo or Lopez will be getting most of the points throughout the night. So the Bucks' ratio of point sharing is less uneven than the Heat. So that's why I'm choosing 9 home players tonight, especially because the Heat are very in this playoff push, whereas the Bucks are already way ahead of everybody else in the East. The Heat really, really want to keep on pushing, maintaining this playoff. It's not within their culture to kind of tank or do anything like that. So they're going to continue making this playoff push for they're already in the 8th spot, but maybe they want to go into the 7th seed, because the Heat against the Bucks in a playoff matchup is not good for the Heat if they want any chance of progressing within the Eastern Conference. So I want to thank everybody for watching today's Ranking Ball preview show. It's gonna be a big weekend, long weekend for us, because we're anticipating our Ranking Ball Gold coin to be listed on March 18th. So that's next Monday. Ranking Ball Gold will officially be listed on coinbene.com. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below of this video, or you can come to our Telegram and ask us any questions that you might have. You can see that, or you can also come to any of our social media pages like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or anything else like that. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you next Monday. Have a good day. Bye.